Good morning, grade 4. Now I will explain with you following the symmetrical figures and line of symmetry. Now we'll revise with each other. This equilateral triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. Equilateral triangle, 3 lines of symmetry. This is the first line, second line, third line. This is isosceles triangle. How many number of line of symmetry? 1. This 1 line of symmetry. Can I draw line of symmetry here? No, because Mister want to be the two half not covering completely each other. Scalene triangle has 0 line of symmetry. Parallelogram has 0 line of symmetry. Rhombus has 2 line of symmetry like this. Don't draw any lines of symmetry not like this, but you can't draw line of symmetry here like this, but you can draw line of symmetry as the 2 diagonal. Rectangle, I can't draw line of symmetry on diagonal, but I can draw 2 line of symmetry horizontal and vertical, so that the number of line of symmetry rhombus and rectangle has only 2 line of symmetry. Square, the 2 diagonal and the vertical and the horizontal are lines of symmetry of the square, so that the number of lines of symmetry of the square are 4. Isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium should perpendicular on the base of the trapezium, and these 2 sides of trapezium are equal in length, so that I have only one line of symmetry of isosceles trapezium. All ordinary trapezium or trapezium only or scalene trapezium has only 0 line of symmetry, What about circle, Mister? I can draw infinite number of symmetry, so that I say infinite number of symmetry. Let's going to take some of examples on line of symmetry and symmetrical figures. The first example, complete. The rectangle has point line of symmetry, has 2 Mister, excellent. The square has point line of symmetry, has 4 Mister, excellent. The rhombus has point lines of symmetry, has 2 Mister, excellent. The circle has point lines of symmetry, infinite, Mister, yes, infinite. The isosceles triangle has point line of symmetry, isosceles, Mister, so that it has only 1 line of symmetry. The isosceles trapezium has point line of symmetry, isosceles trapezium, Mister, has only 1. The parallelogram has point line of symmetry, has 0, Mister, because it hasn't any line of symmetry. Trapezium, only trapezium, it's not say to me isosceles trapezium, so that has 0 line of symmetry. Okay, second example, but true or false. The parallelogram has 4 lines of symmetry. No, Mister, has 0. The rectangle has 4 lines of symmetry. No, Mister, has only 2. The scalene triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. No, Mister, has 0. Triangle has three lines of symmetry. Who can tell me? Equilateral, mister. Excellent. The isosceles trapezium has one line of symmetry. Excellent. Yes, the isosceles trapezium has one line of symmetry. The square has four lines of symmetry. Yes, the square has four lines of symmetry, the two diagonal and horizontal and vertical line. The rhombus has three lines of symmetry. No, mister, has only two lines of symmetry, so that it is false. Okay, what's the next example? We'll see. Choose. The scalene triangle has lines of symmetry 2 or 0 or 1. This is a scalene measure, so that it has 0 lines of symmetry. The parallelogram has 4 or 2 or 0 lines of symmetry. It has 0 misters. This is parallelogram. Excellent. Which of these figures the greater number of lines of symmetry? Square or equilateral triangle or rectangle? You write number of lines of symmetry over each of them. The number of lines of symmetry of the square are 4, and the number of lines of symmetry of equilateral, 3, and the number of lines of symmetry of rectangle is 2, mister, so that the number of lines of symmetry, the greater number of symmetry is the square has 4 lines of symmetry. Okay, what's this figure, mister? You can see, attention with me. You will count the number of sides to know what's the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, mister. What's the name of this shape? Who can tell me? This is pentagon, mister. Excellent. If I have regular pentagon, so that I can say it has 5 of line of symmetry. If I have regular hexagon, not any hexagon, you should say regular hexagon. All of sides are equal and all of angles are equal. What's the meaning of regular? Regular here it means that all angles are equal in measure and all sides equal in length. So that the pentagon, regular pentagon, equal 5. The number of line of symmetry of regular pentagon equal 5 line of symmetry. The number of line of symmetry of regular hexagon, not only hexagon, equals 6 line of symmetry. The number of lines of symmetry of heptagon, regular heptagon or heptagon, regular heptagon, mister, because all of angles equal in measure and all of sides equal in length. Regular heptagon equals 7 line of symmetry. Now we have pentagon, regular pentagon, so that it has 5 line of symmetry. What's this figure? I don't know, but can you tell me how many lines of symmetry can I draw? If I draw this line, it will folding it into symmetric figures. No, mister, if I folding this half to this half, it won't be on the same, and it won't be covering all each other. Okay, mister, can you draw vertical line? Yes, mister. If I folding these two parts, it will covering each other completely, so that I have one. No, wait and attention. If I draw this line, if I draw horizontal line, what I can see, you will see now. This horizontal line, if I do folding to this port, is the upper port and the lower port, what I can see. Mister, I can when I folding the two parts, it will completely covering each other. Excellent. So that this figure has two line of symmetry. The next figure, if I draw this vertical line, it will folding this into equal parts, into congruent figures, so that it has only one line of symmetry. The last figure, what's this figure? This is trapezium, mister, so that it has zero line of symmetry. Our homework of today is page 23 and 25 at booklet. Thank you, grade 4. Thank you.